Today, we'll be going over Learning Objective 3 from Chapter 6. Learning Objective 3. Determine the cost of goods sold and ending inventory using different inventory cost methods. In this video, we will only discuss the first of the 4 different methods. The first method is specific identification. Specific identification matches each unit of inventory with its actual cost. FIFO, first in, first out. FIFO assumes that the first units purchased are the first ones sold. For example, if you go shopping at Walmart and you go to get a gallon of milk, you go and you open up the door to the milk place, reach in and you grab the first gallon of milk. That first gallon of milk is what is sold. When they stock the milk, they're behind the refrigerated section, putting the milk in the back. So the first inventory that they've put in is the first that is sold, and the newer inventory is in the back. Last in, first out assumes that the last units purchased are the first ones sold. Again, think about your shopping trip to Walmart and you're going to buy a big 20-roll pack of toilet paper. When you go to pick up that toilet paper, you pick up that first toilet paper that's out there. When the stock person is stocking the toilet paper, they don't pull out the big rolls of toilet paper and put the new packs in the back. They take the packs that are in the front and they push them to the back of the shelf and stock the newest or last purchase items in the front. So when you're buying them, you're buying the last of the inventory that has been stocked. Lastly, we have weighted average cost. Weighted average cost assumes each unit of inventory has a cost equal to the weighted average unit cost of all inventory items. For this chapter, we're going to be looking at Mario's Game Shop. So, first of all, we'll look at specific identification. This is Mario's Game Shop. On January 1st, he had a beginning inventory of 100 units that cost $7 each, so the total cost is $7. On April 25th, he had a purchase of 300 units, but this time the cost has increased to $9 a unit, for a total cost of $2,700. His second purchase for the year is on October 19th. He buys 600 units, and this time the unit cost has gone up to $11 a unit, for a total cost of $6,600. So his total inventory available for sale is 1,000 units. His beginning inventory plus the April 25th purchase plus the October 19th purchase. His total cost of those items available for sale is $10,000. Now, to use specific identification, we have to be told exactly which units are sold from which date. So for this example, we're going to say that the units sold include 100 units from beginning inventory, 200 units from the April 25th purchase, and 500 units from the October 19th purchase, for a total number of units sold of 800. If we sell 100 from beginning inventory, and we only had 100 to begin with, we had nothing left from that beginning inventory. However, on the April 25th purchase, we only sold 200 of the 300, so we have 100 left in ending inventory. The same thing happens on October the 19th. We sold 500 of the 600, therefore we have 100 remaining in ending inventory. The 100 remaining in ending inventory from April 25th plus the 100 from October 19th equals 200 units in ending inventory. 200 units in ending inventory plus the 800 units sold gives us the 1,000 available for sale. You can always go back and check yourself to make sure that you're using the right numbers. Because remember, total available for sale, one of two things happens. It's either sold and is in cost of goods sold, or it's still in ending inventory. So, looking at the breakout, we see that all the blue is the sold and all the red is what is in ending inventory. So you'll see that the blue, we specifically identified 100 that cost $7 for $700. That is our cost of goods sold because we sold those 100 units. Of the April 25th purchase of 300, we sold 200 and we have 100 in ending inventory. 200 at the $9 cost is $1,800, which is our cost of goods sold. The remaining 100 or $900 cost is our ending inventory. Same thing with October 19th. We had 600 total units purchased. 500 were sold that cost $11 for $5,500. The remaining 100 or $1,100 cost is an ending inventory. This is the same information we saw on the previous slide. 1,000 units available for sale at a total cost of $10,000. That $10,000 is then broken up into either cost of goods sold or ending inventory. Cost of goods sold equals $8,000, ending inventory equals $2,000. $8,000 plus $2,000 equals our total cost of our goods available for sale. Specific identification is the method you might think of as the most logical. It matches each unit of inventory with actual costs. However, keeping track of each unit of inventory is typically not practical for most companies. Think about the Walmart example with the milk. They can't specifically identify which gallon of milk is necessarily sold. Or the toilet paper, they can't specifically identify which pack of toilet paper is sold. The specific identification method is used primarily by companies with unique, expensive product with low sales volume. Think about a car dealership. When a car is sold, it has a VIN number that specifically identifies it. They can then use that VIN number to see how much the car costs. Most companies don't use specific identification. They use one of the other three inventory methods that we will be discussing: FIFO, LIFO, or weighted average. Note that when we discuss those three, we had the word assumptions. We assumed the inventory flow. FIFO, LIFO, and weighted average assume a particular pattern of inventory cost flows. However, the actual flow of inventory does not need to match the assumed cost flow in order for the company to use the particular method. Companies are allowed to report inventory costs by assuming which units of inventory are sold and not sold, even if it does not match the actual flow.